And we are live. Welcome to another episode of AB Traffic Combat. And today we're going to be talking about what's next for Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Before anything, we have to talk about the fight a little bit, just a little bit. I didn't really do a prediction. I was kind of stuck in between picking Canelo or Crawford. I didn't want neither of the guys losing, but more importantly, I just wanted a good fight. I wanted a good fight, but I think that the fans didn't really get a good fight. Did Crawford dominate? Yeah, he dominated. He outboxed Canelo from round 1 to round 12. That's not a debate. Crawford was the winner, the clear winner. But personally, I don't think the fight came out to be what I visioned it to be. I expected Crawford to fight the way he did. I expected him to engage just a little bit more, but he did everything correct. Canelo did exactly what I expected, him coming forward, but he didn't execute and deliver the way I thought he would. Canelo was throwing a lot of one shots. I thought he would focus more on the body. I thought his shot selections would just be better. Him swinging a overhand power shot was not what I visioned. I blame the fight being this way more on Canelo than Crawford because I expected Crawford to find his distance, keep his distance, and fight a smart fight. I feel like Canelo didn't study Crawford. He was too confident in his experience, too confident in his ability to find ways to win the fight. But that didn't work in this fight. Just going in there blindly. I feel like he didn't study Crawford enough. In the post conference, Bomac said they trained 6 months for this fight. 6 months. I don't think that Canelo trained 6 months for this fight. I felt like in his mind, he thought he knew what Crawford was going to do, and he did. I'm not trying to say Crawford ran or anything, but he used his footwork, he used his distance. I felt like Canelo knew that he was going to do that, utilize that style, and Canelo actually slimmed down a lot to try to keep up with Crawford's pace and improve his stamina. I just don't think he realized how good Crawford actually was. And I will go more on why I feel like Canelo didn't study Crawford enough. I feel like Canelo didn't know what to do in the ring. He didn't know if he wanted to be the bigger man. He didn't know if he wanted to just try to pin down Crawford. He just didn't know what to do. He was kind of lost. And in the interview, this is very interesting. In the interview, they asked Canelo, what is he going to do? Is he going to be the bigger man in the ring and use his power, or is he going to try to make this a chess match? And he said, I could do both, and I will do both. And that showed in the fight. He was trying to do both, and by trying to do both, he wasn't successful in one thing, in one aspect of the fight. If he went out there trying to be the bigger man like he did in round one. I felt like he tried to go out there and overpower Crawford and show his strength. But after round one, I just feel like he didn't think that was going to work anymore, and he changed his style a little bit. Crawford's jab was giving Canelo's issues all night. It was interrupting Canelo's rhythm. He couldn't find anything to make Crawford feel uncomfortable. Later in the fight, you could see that Canelo was trying to put his body on Crawford, trying to close the gap, trying to wrestle more, trying to clinch more. Canelo literally tried everything. He tried fighting in the inside. He tried fighting in the mid-range. He tried fighting in the distance. But nothing was working. Why? Because he wasn't focusing on one thing. He was too busy trying to find anything, any little success in the ring. Now, in the first 6 rounds, although I say Crawford dominated Canelo, I still feel like Canelo was keeping up. He was keeping up with the pace. He was coming back. It wasn't until after the 6th round I feel like Crawford completely dominated. After that, you saw Canelo frustrated. Every time he went to his corner, Reynoso wasn't really giving him anything. He wasn't really telling him anything. Like, it just doesn't, it didn't sound like Reynoso studied Crawford. He wasn't telling him, like, look, this is what Crawford does. This is what he's going to do next. Like, it's like Canelo didn't know what Crawford was going to do next. And that was the problem. And that's what I mean when I say Canelo came into this fight blindly. He didn't know what Crawford was going to do next. And that's what was frustrating him. He's used to fighters jabbing and then attacking after the jab. Crawford wasn't doing that. Crawford was fighting in sprints, in and out, keeping Canelo guessing. Crawford really did his thing. He performed well. He executed the way he needed to. And that's why he's champion. And I applaud him. All the respect to him. And it's going to be interesting to see what he does next. There's a lot of good guys in the 168 division. A lot of great guys. But as of right now, there's 2 guys who have an interim belt. One of those guys is Jose Armando Residez. That's the guy who beat Caleb Plant. Beat him bad. So he has an interim belt for the WBA championship. Now the other interim champion is Christian Mbilli. Christian Mbilli just fought on the Crawford Canelo card against Lester Martinez. That was a great fight. Christian Mbilli is the interim champion to the WBC title. Will Crawford pick either of those 2 guys? I'm not too sure. Maybe he wants to get another easy fight in before he retires. Maybe. But knowing Crawford, he wants a big fight. He wants a big payday. We have Jamal Charlo, who's in the rankings, number 2 for the WBA. And I know that's a fight that Crawford been calling been calling for. Jamal or Jermel. He wants to fight either of them. There's Hamzat Shiraz. Hamzat Shiraz is number one for the WBC. We have Caleb Plant. We have Jaime Munguia. We got Diego Pacheco. We got a couple good guys in the rankings that Crawford could fight. Will he pick any of those guys? I'm not too sure. Those are more like B level fighters, C level fighters. Those guys are not superstars. Those guys will not bring money in. They're going to be tough and they're going to be great fights because those guys are hungry. But for a guy like Crawford, he's looking for a big name. We got William Skull. He sits at number 9. Oh man, that would be brutal. I'm surprised William Skull is not blacklisted, bro. I don't ever see him getting another fight. Yeah, there's a lot of good fights for Terence Crawford. Average fights, average opponents, compared to him. I think as of right now, like he said, he would just wait it out and see what happens. Maybe someone from the 160-pound division moves up and challenges Crawford, maybe a bigger, better name. He's not interested in fighting David Benavidez, but I don't see David Benavidez trying to vacate his belts just to move down if that's what he will need to do. But I think, Benavidez has a big fight coming up with Yard, and I think he has completely moved on, like completely. So as of right now, for Terence Crawford, it's just waiting it out, seeing what comes next. If he wants to fight and give a opportunity to one of these guys, that would be nice. But for Canelo has gotten a lot of big paydays. He's very well off. Does he need to continue to fight for a living? Nah. As of right now, he's just like giving other people opportunities just to lay hands on him. So it's kind of like the end of the road for both these guys, as in, their careers. They're both in their later 30s. And honestly, I don't know what these guys do moving forward. I'm not sure if Canelo gives Benavidez an opportunity to fight him. I'm not sure if he continues to fight in the 168-pound division. It's going to be interesting to see what Crawford does, what Canelo does. Crawford is getting a lot of call outs from the MMA world. But Canelo, maybe he might dip into the exhibition fighting world. He could do whatever he wants, and he's going to get paid. Crawford, feel like Crawford is still trying to do one more for his legacy. He's trying to do one more. But I don't think he's going to move up anymore. So I think he's going to sit here and try to get a big, big name, try to get the biggest name he can. Caleb Plant is not a bad fight. Charlo is not a bad fight. Diego Pacheco, he's a younger guy. And he might be a little too unknown for Crawford. But, Edgar Berlanga, I don't know, man. My guess is that both these guys will get into a big exhibition fight with a bigger name than these guys in the rankings. But that's all I got for you. Don't forget to drop a like, a subscribe, a comment, and share. Do all that good stuff for me. Until next time.